Hello, Dr. V, Group 5. Today will present you about case study 5. Government must have a credible fetal reduction plan. And firstly, I would like to introduce to you my group members. Kubita anak Muhammad Samadan, Pria Dasha anak Muhammad Salunan, Yashun anak Muhammad Raja, Nur Aina Madia binti Firdaus, Nur Afika binti Muhammad Rahim, Zul Amira Akira binti Zulkifli, and Lasik Nung Piyong. And first, the first slide will be presented by me, myself, Ashin Anabambaraja. What is it about is, what is case study 5 about? What really happened is a group of researchers known as Social Economy Research Center, and we can call them as SERC, warned Malaysia about our current economic state and what should we do to improve our future economic state. That's why they introduced Malaysia to fiscal policy. And why they willing to introduce Malaysia to this policy is because Malaysia starts spending more than what we earn. And this leads us to high debt level. How high it went means it went to RM 1.07 trillion, or known as 62.8% of the country GDP. More than that, we are not only going to pay what we could, we have to pay with interest. So in that case, we were paying high debt service charges as well. And in total, we expected to hit 16.9% of the government revenue, which is above the international safety level, which is 15% only. So we were almost 1.9% above from the international safety level of debt issues. In that case, our group have been through this entire case well and answered the rest 5 questions. So after this, my friends will elaborate or present to you about the upcoming questions and what we have choose as the solution. Thank you so much.
Hi madam, my name is Nur Afika binti Muhammad Rahim. My metric number is A238265. So I will explain the question 1, which is how do expectations about the future by households and businesses affect the effectiveness of fiscal policy. So people's and businesses expectations about the future can strengthen or weaken the impact of fiscal policy. If they expect higher taxes, subsidy cuts or rising debt, they change their behavior like save money or invest less. These changes can reduce the impact of government policies. So, first is about impact of household expectations. Households shape the economy through their spending. If they expect future challenges, which is higher taxes, rising prices, or reduced subsidies, they tend to save more and spend less. This reduces the effectiveness of fiscal policies aimed at boosting the economy. As an example, the subsidies rationalization. If people expect higher fuel prices, they reduce spending now. The second example is GST reintroduction, which is fear of higher prices may lead people to delay or cut back on purchases. So the second is about impact of business expectation, which is businesses drive growth through investment and job creation. If they expect the government to face financial problems or raise taxes, they may delay expansion or hiring. The example is rising government debt, which is businesses may fear poor financial management and become more conscious. The second example is investor confidence, which is concern over debt and deficit can scare off investor. And the last example is possible tax hikes, which is GST, may lead businesses to postpone decisions or raise prices. So, if households and businesses fear future economic instability, it weakens the effect of fiscal policy no matter how well designed it is. That's all from me.
Hello madam, my name is Priyadarshi Saravanan. My metric number is A23A1523. Today I would like to explain about question number 2. Okay, first of all, moderating export. When exports slow down, the overall growth rate is reduced. Lower demand for domestic product abroad means less production and lower GDP growth. Exporters earn less and leading to reduced investment and consumption within the economy. Second, normalization of domestic demand. Stabilizing consumption and investment after abnormal changes lead to more reliable and sustainable economic expansion. However, if demand normalizes from previously high level, it might be appear as a reduction in growth. Third, inflation. Inflation has a mixed effect, which is moderate inflation and stimulates spending and investment, benefiting growth. High inflation devalue money, increase costs, create instability, and slows the growth. High inflation often lead to higher interest rate and further hinder economic activities. Fourth, high cost of living. Raising living costs reduce disposable income, leading to less spending on non-essential goods and services and reduction overall economic demand. Higher costs for essential mean less spending on other sectors and slowing the growth. Last but not least, lagged effect of interest rate hikes. Interest rate hikes aim to controlling inflation, have delayed effect, higher rate make loan and more expensive, discouraging investment and consumer spending. The full of effect take time to manifest and leading to gradual slowdown in economic activities. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, doctor. My name is Govt. Metric number A23A2220. My part here is 3C, which is based on the information below. Answer the following question. Where, as they mentioned, the national income Y is 200, consumption C is under 60, saving S 40, government expenditure is 0, tax 30, and investment also 30. Assume that household consume 80% of their income, they save 20% of their income, and MPC here is 0.8. Okay, the question here is the economy in equilibrium? What is equilibrium level of income? What is likely to happen in the coming months if the government takes no action? Actually, there is three questions in one, so we have answer one by one. First, is the economy in equilibrium? To determine that, we have calculate aggregate demand AD equals to national income Y. AD equals to Y. The formula here is aggregate demand equals to consumption plus investment plus government. As they already mentioned, the consumption is under 60, the government expenditure is 0, and investment is 30. When we calculate altogether, it is under 90. As the question mentioned before, the national income is y equals to 100, 200, sorry, 200. So when we calculate, we get 190, which means it is less than 200. So the economy is not in equilibrium. Okay, now we move on with our second question, where equilibrium level of income. We should calculate the equilibrium income. So in an economy, the equilibrium level where AD equals to Y. So the formula AD equals to consumption plus investment plus government expenditure. And as the question mentioned before, the MPC here is 0.8, which is consumption is related to the national income. So C equals to A plus MPC in bracket Y. Okay. So when we calculate the under 60, consumption equals to A plus the MPC 0.8 in bracket 2 under. So when we calculate, we get 0. So which means the consumption function here is C equals to 0.8Y income. So we bring the income here where we calculate again the national income y equals to AD. The new consumption function here is 0.8y. So because they get new consumption from here. So the government expenditure is 0 and the investment 30. So the formula as mentioned, national income y equals to consumption plus investment plus government expenditure. When calculate all, we get that our new national income, which is y equals to 150. So the equilibrium level of income here is 150. That's about question 2. Okay, now we move on with question 3, which is what is likely to happen in the economy coming months if the government takes no action. Okay, when the government takes no action, the Y national income will down forward from 200, which is they mentioned in the question, to under 50. When we calculate our new income, it is under 50. It is because the government remains too inactive the particular scenario. The adjustment caused because of the current aggregate demand fails to maintain an exiting income level. So there are some effects if the government takes no action. The first one here is they will reduce their production, where the economy actively detonate because business will choose to reduce their production output, which match lower market requirements. Okay, the second one here is reservation of production leads to employee dismiss and hiring delays that rise the jobless numbers in the economy, where the jobless employee will increase. The third one, the unemployment rates and the income level will continue to increase, which result is in more social challenges that become more severe. The unemployment rates and income level continuously increase. Okay, if the government do not incentive through the funding increase or lower tax restriction along with investment stimulation, the economy will downturn and become more down out. So it will be worse economy. So yeah, that's about question 3. Question 3C. That's about my part. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Winnie Obio. My normal metric is A23A1986. So I'll explain question 3B. If 700 is the full employment level of Y, what are the fiscal policy my government follow if it goes is full employment? So right now the economy is not at a full employment. The national income is only 200, but to reach full employment, it needs to be 700. So based on the information we get, okay, so the government want to increase national income from 200 to 700. So that means there's a gap of 500. So we will get the answer 500. Okay, so next, what can government do? The government can use expansionary fiscal policy, that is, increase government spending, reduce tax, and both increase aggregate demand. Okay, so after that, how much should the government spend? To calculate it, we use the multiple formula. So multiple K equal to 1 over 1 minus MPC. So given the MPC is 0.8, so it means 1 over 1, 1 minus 0.8 equal to 1 over 0.2. So, and we will get 5. 5. Okay, so now we use this formula to calculate how much G must increase. Okay, so G equal to uh, Y over K, and equal to 500 over 5, that we get 100. Okay, so conclusion is the government should increase its spending by 100 to close the income gap and achieve full employment, Y equal to 700. So that's all. Thank you. So next, I will explain the graph. So uh, x-axis equal to national income, that is Y, and y-axis is aggregate expenditure. So we need draw a 45 line 45 darjah, and at the original eddy line is intersecting Y at 200, and the new eddy line shifted outward intersecting Y at 700 after increasing G. Okay, this show how government spending shift the eddy curve upward and leads to a new equilibrium and a full employment income. So that's all.
Assalamualaikum. My name Nur Aina Madiha binti Firdaus, number matric 823822069. I will continue my part for question 3C. Starting with the situation in B, suppose the government starts spending RM30 each year and continue to spend RM30 every period. If investment remain constant, what will happen to the equilibrium level of national income? What will the new level of CNS? Let's say the government starts spending RM30 every year and continues to do so consistently. If investment remain unchanged, the spending will raise the national income due to the multiplier effect. We are given the MPC equals 0.8. Using the multiplier formula, multiplier equal 1 per 1 minus MPC equals 1 per 1 minus 0.8 equal 5. Now, to find the increase in national income, Y equal G darab multiplier equals 30 darab 5 equal 150. So the new equilibrium national income become Y new equal Y initial plus Y equal 200 plus 150 equals RM 350. Next, we calculate the new consumption. C equals MPC multiply Y new equal 0.8 multiply 350 equal 280, and the new saving S equal Y new minus C, so 350 minus 280, and the answer is 70. For the conclusion, national income increased to 350, consumption increased to 280, and saving increased to 70. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Zamira Kilah binti Zulkifli. My matric number 8238232. Now, I want to explain to you about question D for this case study. That's question to the investment increase to RM 100 billion ringgit. So, our goal is to calculate the new equilibrium level of income using the multiply approach. In the simple economy, with no government spending, the equilibrium income formula is Y equal to C plus I. We are also given that the marginal propensity to consumer MPC is 0.8. So the consumption function becomes C equal to 0.8Y. Substituting into this equilibrium equation, Y equal to 0.8Y plus 100. So Y minus 0.8Y equal 100, and 0.2y equal 100, and 100 divide 0.2. So y equal to 500. So the new equilibrium level of income will be RM 500 ringgit. So that's all for me. Thank you.